At first glance, this looks like a regular floor lamp, but then you see it do this. Yeah, it's kind of a lot more than a regular floor lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the Govee Uplighter Floor Lamp, and it retails for $179.99. You might be confused looking at it. What's happening? It seems like so much is going on at once, and that's because it's a 3-in-1 floor lamp. First, you have the traditional warm to cool lighting, then you have the ambient RGB effects in the middle, and then you have the dynamic ripple projector on top. Not only do you have a standard floor lamp, you also have something that completely changes the vibe of whatever room you put it in. So for me right now, I'm sitting in the dark. I know my lighting's not great, but we're emphasizing this. If I was watching a documentary about swimming in the ocean, I could simply switch to the ocean setting and really feel immersed, especially with the ripple projections happening on my ceiling. I feel like the lamp itself blends into basically any home, which is really nice because it's already a spectacle when it's on, but when it's off, you kind of want it to just exist and not have people walk in and be like, what the hell is that? So I talked about the 3 zones, but let's break it down. Now that you've seen it playing in the background a bit, let's actually talk about what's happening. First up, we have the upper level. That's going to be your ripple projection. That's what's making all this madness happen above me. Taking a closer look, you could see the textured lens, and inside there's a rotating corrugated sheet. The ripple projection height is up to 5.5 feet. So if you had taller ceilings, you don't have to worry about that. It will shoot up quite a bit. And as you can see here, it does a really great job. I believe my ceilings are 10 feet. I don't know though. I never honestly checked. Do you know what the height of your ceilings are? If you do, congratulations. The projection area of the ripple is about 200-ish square feet. And that, I have to say, is super nice because this isn't like the biggest living room / kitchen in the world, but it's a pretty big space and it does shoot all the way across, even if ever so faintly. And it is just this really immersive effect. So 10 out of 10 for that. Now let's talk about that middle section, which I think is really, really interesting. The middle section glows out the side and the shape of the housing softens the light so it feels more ambient instead of just blasting color straight at you. And finally, the lower section, which I know some people are out there right now like, oh my God, it's so boring. It doesn't do anything special. Like, yeah, it does actually. It's the entire purpose of a floor lamp. Now, I have to tell you, it's more than just on or off, right? This thing will turn to a night light. It'll illuminate the space like crazy. You could just sit down and relax. It does a lot, and it delivers almost up to 1,000 lumens, which is actually above average. So yeah, some of you might find this part to be boring, but believe me, it's practical. I have no other lights on in this entire place, and this is doing a pretty good job. You could go from really warm, like 2700 Kelvin, or really cool to 6500 Kelvin. So now that you know about all 3 zones, you can see the use case of each one. Obviously right now I have the top 2 on and I'm setting a vibe, whereas the other one I would use if I want to illuminate the entire room, or I want to have a nice night light and I don't want something super bright, or maybe I just want a warm light while I sit here and read a book. Of course, the app, like any other Govee product, is going to have a plethora of options, including pre-built scenes. So right now I can go to forest. Oh my God, I'm in a forest. Or I can go over to the Milky Way. Or we can skip a few months and head on over to Christmas. Halloween, graffiti, colorful, flow. Under operation, you could decide if you want the ripple light on or the lower light on. Now it's worth noting the side light will work with either option enabled. However, the ripple light will not work with the lower light. So right now we have the ripple on. We can switch right back over to the lower light, but no matter what, that side light will always stay on, or if we want, we can just keep it off no matter what. Another thing that makes this lamp so awesome is the fact that it works with Google Assistant, Alexa, and it is Matter compatible. The Govee app also has the timer setting, which will allow you to go ahead and enable something at 7 a.m. like bright lights, or at 8 p.m. you could have it set to this sort of moody yellow lighting to really get you ready for bed, but all that's available in the Govee app. For example, we can use auto run to do things like every night when the sunset happens to turn the lamp on. It's really easy to do. I'm gonna press this plus icon at the top right. We have a whole bunch of different trigger conditions that we can choose from. I'm gonna choose a sunrise and then confirm. It's gonna repeat every single day when the sun rises. I'm gonna press the plus right here, select the Uplighter Floor Lamp, select custom, and then press on it. and I can decide what I want to actually happen. For this, I'm just gonna turn it off because once the sun rises, I don't need this on anymore. You can do more than just turn it on or off. For example, when the sun sets, I can go ahead and say, you know what? I would like the relax lighting to go on, and I'll confirm that and save it. Now, whenever the sun sets, it will turn to the relax mode, and then when the sun rises, it will turn it off. $179.99 for a floor lamp is absolutely insane. Insane. I will tell you that any day of the week, but when you learn more about the Govee Uplighter Floor Lamp, you realize that it's really not a gimmick. There's a lot of useful, awesome features included. First off, we have the ripple projector. That is the selling point for most people. It's built in. You don't need some extra cheap product that doesn't really stand up on its own, doesn't really fill the ceiling, uses a weird plug, whatever. That is built in. Then that side lamp with the RGBIC lamp beads looks killer. Then you throw in the under lamp, the entire purpose of a floor lamp, it over delivers with nearly up to 1,000 lumens. You really can't beat it. Then you include the fact that it's smart and it's from Govee, which will work so well if you have any other Govee product. You can literally schedule everything in your entire house. That is insane. Yes, I still think $179.99 is definitely a lot, but if you're looking for an all-in-one option, this thing kills it. If you want to learn more about the Govee Uplighter Floor Lamp, check out the link down below in the description. It is in fact an affiliate link, so if you purchase it using that link, you will support my channel directly. With that said, I'm Matt Flynn, you're not. Get out of my face. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Toodles!
Thank you for watching Swashin on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed watching. If not, then fuck you. Please hit subscribe because my channel is dead. Jesus Christ, man, that's just really sad.